everybody. Thanks so much for joining me for a very special episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning right here from the Republican National Convention. I'm sure we have some great questions. This is a very special time, but before we start, I want to tell you about Golden Revive Plus. If you suffer from chronic pain, listen up. Here's a way to help you get real relief. As a fitness fanatic, I understand recovery is just as important as the workout itself. But whether you're recovering from an injury or just looking for everyday relief from pain in your joints and muscles, nerve pain, fibrosis, and inflammation, I recommend Golden Revive Plus from Up Wellness. This advanced all-natural formula combines 6 powerful anti-inflammatory ingredients, including a proprietary turmeric extract that's 200 times stronger than raw turmeric. All of this to address the root cause of your pain, reducing scarring, swelling, and tissue damage, using the healing powers of nature to help your body heal itself. Formulated by husband and wife team doctors Josh and Amanda Levitt, Golden Revive Plus gives you real pain relief and better range of motion, plus better heart, eye, and brain health. Join the over 300,000 Americans who are already using Golden Revive Plus to get and stay pain-free. For a limited time, you can try Golden Revive Plus for 30% off at goldenrevive.com. Just use promo code Trump at checkout. All right, let's get into these questions because I'm very excited to hear what everybody wants to know here as we're at the convention. Question number 1. How is the family doing, especially Donald Trump, after his rally on Saturday? Well, first of all, I would say it's something that I don't think any of us in this country are ever going to forget where we were in that moment when you found out, or maybe even you watched, like we did at my house, Donald Trump nearly assassinated on stage at a rally. For us in the Trump family, obviously this is very personal. This is my father-in-law. This is the grandfather to my children, and it's been a lot. If I'm very honest, for all of us in the family, I am so grateful. And I think all of us in the family are so grateful. I believe there's only one reason that my father-in-law is still alive today, and I believe it's because God wants Donald Trump to be alive today. And I believe God is not finished with him. I believe Donald Trump will be the person who not only saves this country, but unites this country. And I think Saturday was the beginning of that. And I think if you actually ask my father-in-law, he probably feels much like I do. This is a very special moment, and I don't think you can go through a near-death experience like that and come out unchanged on the other side. And I think anyone who's watched any of the coverage of Donald Trump at this convention, I think you can see that with him. And how are we doing? We're blessed, is what I can say. He's blessed, and I think we all feel it right now. Our hearts go out to the family of a father and a husband who was actually killed at that rally. It's a tragedy. It should never have happened. And I hope we've learned a lot from this, and I hope we never see something like this ever happen again. But when you're given a second chance at life, I think you know it, and I think my father-in-law knows it, and I think you're going to hear that in his speech here at the convention, and from this moment on for the entirety of the campaign, and I believe into his second term in office. All right, let's see what we got. Question number 2. You gave a great speech. Thank you. How long did that take you to write? I mean, I should probably say I've been working on this speech for months, but if I'm very honest, I changed basically the bulk of the speech after Saturday. So I spoke Tuesday night, and Saturday at 6:11 p.m. is when this awful ordeal happened in Butler, Pennsylvania. And so I started reworking my speech on Sunday, and then had Monday and gave the speech on Tuesday. Honestly, I really hope it came through in the speech that my goal was to humanize Donald Trump. And I had a previous version of that speech, which I feel kind of did the same thing, but not in the same impactful way. And I think Saturday really kind of solidified that. So I started working on the speech probably about a week and a half ago, and really started getting my ideas together and figuring out what the message was I wanted to deliver to the country. Because how many times do you get an opportunity like that to truly reach out to millions of Americans, some of whom have not decided their vote and how it will go on November 5th or early voting, because we want you to early vote in this country. So I thought it was a great opportunity to reach out to them and say, hey, this is the man that I know. This is the Donald Trump that I know. This is, again, the grandfather to my children. And I think that he has been so mischaracterized and so demonized in the media and by the left. And it's a shame, because this is, after all, a human being and a real person, and a person who, by the way, doesn't need to be doing this job. Donald Trump didn't need to run for president, as I said in my speech, for fame or money. He already had that. He was already a household name. He was already a person who is beloved by so many people, including the very people who right now go out of their way to attack him because he decided to run for president as a Republican. And I know he did it the first time because he really thought he could make a great change in this country and bring common sense back to the White House and do things that true politicians, which I know he still doesn't consider himself to be a politician. Isn't that incredible? Donald Trump, who was president for 4 years, who I believe will be president for the next 4 years, does not consider himself to be a politician. But he knew he could do something different coming into this from a businessman's perspective. And that's why I believe he did it in 2016. He didn't have to run again after his 4 years in the White House, after all the attacks he endured, but he did. And he did it even knowing how they would come after him. And he did it because he loves this country. And so I hope that that came through in the speech that I gave. It was such an honor to be able to do that, to close out the night on Tuesday. What an incredible thing to say that I've been able to do. And I'm glad you liked it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right.
You might have heard Mike Lindell and MyPillow no longer have the support of their big box stores or shopping channels the way they used to. They've been part of cancel culture. So now they want to pass the savings directly on to you by having a $25 extravaganza. When Mike started MyPillow, it was just a one-product company. With the help of his dedicated employees, they now have hundreds of products, some you may not even know about. To get the word out, I want to invite my listeners to check out their $25 extravaganza. 2-pack multi-use MyPillows, just $25. MyPillow sandals, $25. Their 6-pack towel sets, $25. Brand new 4-pack dish towels, you guessed it, just $25. For the first time ever, the premium MyPillows with all premium new Giza fabric, just $25. Orders over $75 will receive free shipping. This amazing offer won't last long. Go to MyPillow.com and use promo code Trump or call 800-624-3945 today.
Oh, will we see the kids at the convention this week? And by kids, you must mean my kids, Luke and Carolina. Yeah, I went back and forth on this. I mean, it's late. It's a late night. I'm exhausted at the end of these speeches. And so to have a 4 and a 6-year-old who go to bed at like 8 o'clock at night, to say like, we'll just try and stretch it to 10:30, and that's Central Time. We're in Milwaukee, Wisconsin right now. Don't forget that. I live on the East Coast, so it's an hour later where I live and where my kids, are used to bedtime at 8 p.m. Yes, they are on the way out here as we speak. I'm so excited, and they're actually so excited because they really want to see Grandpa. They know something happened. We kept it very light, but I wanted to inform them. He's totally fine, but something happened to his ear. He got hurt, but he's got a Band-Aid on it and he's gonna be fine. But they both are very excited to see him and give him a hug and have a moment with him. And I'm probably gonna cry whenever it happens, but they're gonna be here. And I hope they can make it out on stage Thursday night after he gives his speech. No promises. It may be that I'm carrying 2 kids who are fully asleep out on my shoulders, but if that's what I have to do, you know I love a good workout, so let's do it. I've been training for this my whole life, if that's what it comes down to. So yes, my kids will be here, and I'm excited to have them. All right, final question. Why didn't he pick you for VP? Yeah, I mean, by the way, I've said this for a long time. Even if it's just to mess with the mainstream media and the Democrats out there, what an epic move to just for even like 5 hours, just kind of tease the idea of a Trump ticket. I don't care if it's me, Eric, my brother-in-law, Don. Nothing would give me greater joy than seeing the full meltdown that would have ensued on the other side of the aisle. So that would have been fun. Why didn't he pick me? I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to ask him. It was, I'm sure, a tough choice for him. I'm just kidding. He picked a great person to run alongside of him as vice president for this country. J.D. Vance, I mean, Donald Trump is the picture of the American dream, but so is J.D. Vance in so many ways. He came from very humble beginnings. He has dealt with a lot of issues that many Americans have to deal with every day: poverty, substance abuse in his family, and he's risen up to become a United States Senator. He brings to the ticket that perspective, but he also, I think, is the future of this party. He's 39 years old, and I hate to admit this, he's even younger than I am. I know, isn't that crazy? That's terrible. I gotta go and deal with that somehow mentally myself. But I think this is what the future of the America First movement and making America great again truly looks like. It's Donald Trump, it's J.D. Vance. It's not just about winning in 24, it's about winning for elections to come. And that's why I think this was such an important choice and an important pick. And we are so lucky to have him running on this ticket alongside Donald Trump. And the thing that I've noticed is that maybe my father-in-law strategically as a businessman did everybody a favor, because you've seen the Trump Pence signs. We only had to change 2 letters on them. Trump Vance, it's only 2 letters, the first 2. And so we can just kind of Sharpie them out and save ourselves a lot of money at the campaign. I'm just kidding. Never do that. Although I've seen a lot of those signs and I love them. All right, that's going to do it for us for this episode of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning, live right here behind me. We're here at the Republican National Convention. What a week, what a time. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you back here next time for more of Lara Trump Wanted for Questioning. Nothing is worse than being on a phone call that drops. Nothing is worse than trying to text someone and you can't reach them because your phone is out of service range. And nothing is worse than supporting these major corporations and companies who don't support us. That is why I love Patriot Mobile. They are America's only Christian conservative wireless network. They use every cell tower out there available to all networks so that they have the greatest 4G and 5G coverage nationwide, and they support the causes that are important to us as conservatives. If you go today to patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump and use the promo code Trump, you will get free activation today. Again, that is patriotmobile.com/Lara Trump. The promo code is Trump for free activation so that you can get a great cell plan and feel good about doing it.